You walk into a store, grab what you need, and leave. It feels like a simple, spontaneous sequence of events. You decided to go there, and you decided what to buy. But beneath that feeling of free will is a carefully calibrated environment. Whether navigating a physical retail aisle or scrolling through a digital feed, the spaces around you are highly engineered systems built to guide your behavior. Retailers, tech platforms, and financial institutions all rely on a unified mechanism to influence your decisions. We can call it the incentive loop, a continuous cycle of environmental cues designed to trigger specific, profitable actions. To navigate these spaces intentionally, we have to map where the boundaries actually are. Seeing the invisible architecture around us is the first step to reclaiming our agency within it. Let's start with physical space. Supermarkets often sell a staple item, like a gallon of milk, at or below cost. This is a pricing strategy known as a loss leader. The goal isn't to make money on the milk, it's to get you inside the building. Milk is intentionally placed at the back of the store. Your physical path forces you past higher margin goods. Retailers accept a loss because the spatial math guarantees that grabbing cereal on your way back covers the initial discount. Casinos take this environmental manipulation a step further. If you look closely at a gaming floor, you will notice a distinct lack of reality anchors. There are no clocks on the walls and no windows to let in natural light. This is an environmental override mechanism. By isolating you from the passage of time and the outside world, the casino removes the external triggers that usually prompt you to stop. The architecture is built entirely to maximize your time on the device and delay rational loss aversion. Curious, analytical, the machines themselves add to this effect. According to the Journal of Neuroscience, combining bright lights and loud audio creates reward-linked stimuli. This specific sensory pairing promotes risky decision-making, encouraging players to act before calculating their losses. In both the supermarket and the casino, physical layout and sensory input are tightly controlled. The house designs the floor plan to dictate your path, ensuring they extract maximum value from your visit. These boundaries don't require physical walls. In digital environments, the architecture adapts to you in real time. Airline ticketing is a prime example of dynamic margin extraction. Historically, airlines used a system called assortment optimization. They would select ticket costs from a relatively small menu of predefined price points, adjusting them periodically based on how many seats were left or what a competitor was charging. Now, the industry is shifting toward continuous pricing. Algorithms analyze the details of your individual shopping session. If the system detects urgency, say you repeatedly check the same route over 2 days, it can calculate a unique, higher price just for your transaction. Financial systems apply a similar logic, but instead of tracking a single purchase, they track your entire economic history. The credit score acts as a permanent categorization mechanism. Systems like FICO take decades of complex, nuanced financial behavior, including your late payments, your credit utilization, and overall account age, and synthesize it into one standardized 3-digit number. This allows institutions to mitigate their lending risk almost instantly. This chart shows a credit committee's output over a pilot period. The data proves that when committees use these scoring metrics, their decision-making process becomes highly standardized, accelerating how fast they approve or deny applications. Instead of using sliding doors and windowless rooms, digital algorithms and financial models use invisible, customized parameters. They categorize your urgency and your risk to extract the highest possible capital. When you combine the sensory loop of a casino floor with the real-time dynamic tracking of an airline pricing algorithm, you get the modern social media platform. These platforms operate on an algorithmic retention mechanism. The core incentive of your feed is not to provide you with the most useful information, but to prioritize whichever content keeps you engaged the longest. The architecture of the app is engineered to prevent passive consumption. By feeding you a continuous, never-ending stream of content, the system traps you in an engagement loop, effectively monetizing your isolated attention. Every time you swipe down to refresh, you are pulling a digital lever. Sometimes you get an entertaining post, and sometimes nothing. That variable reward structure uses the exact same psychological stimuli as a slot machine. The digital landscape is often pitched as an open forum for connection. In reality, it is a strictly curated environment, governed entirely by the mechanics of keeping your eyes locked on the screen. From a grocery aisle to a casino floor, to a digital feed and a ticketing portal, the environments we navigate every day are deeply interconnected. They all function within the same incentive loop. Whether you are deciding what to buy, what to watch, or how to borrow money, the hidden architecture surrounding that choice is operating on the exact same behavioral playbook. Your attention, your tolerance for risk, and your sense of urgency are systematically tracked and commodified. The system optimizes itself around your habits, rarely asking for your explicit permission. But understanding how these mechanisms work changes the dynamic. Exposing these hidden incentives does not take away your agency. Once you see the architecture, you can choose how you interact with it, allowing you to move through these systems with intention and resilience. The mechanics behind our daily choices connect to broader cultural patterns. To explore the origins and trade-offs of the systems that structure our world, visit the Topic Hub at WhyIT.tv.